What's up, guys? How you guys doing? Welcome back to the channel with a brand new video. What? This? Oh, I'm only wearing this because I farted and it smells something fierce in here. I don't see a need to really wear this thing when I'm not in my safe zone or not in the house. In fact, let's get rid of that. Speaking of farts, I had to shit so bad this morning, I had to go out in the woods so I could find a leaf to wipe my ass because I'm all out of toilet paper. If any of you guys have an extra roll of toilet paper you're willing to part with, you wouldn't mind mailing to me, let me know. I'll drop you my address and I would greatly appreciate it. Isn't it amazing how the media and social media combined can get everybody in a frenzy, make them run mad, and start buying up supplies as if the world is coming to an end? I think they're the real virus. I am by no means trying to downplay the coronavirus in any way, shape, or form, or take away from the fact that it could be potentially lethal. Now, I get the whole concept of trying to flatten the curve and stop the spread of this, but come on, what this has turned into and the lengths that people are going is absolutely ridiculous. However, still do your part to try and protect yourself and those around you. I mean, maybe be wise about where you go and who you're around and things like that. Wash your hands, don't be touching people, cough into your elbow, you know, do those things that you should have been taught as a kid and been doing all your life anyways. And no, drinking bleach will not stop it. Yeah, I know, it's hard to believe that there's some idiots out there in the world who believe that drinking bleach will stop it. But I mean, hey, who are we to stop them from drinking it? Cheers. That's all I'm going to say on this topic for right now, guys. I just wanted to tell you guys to be safe, do your part, keep your hygiene game strong. You know, just do those basic things that you should be doing anyways, and chances are you're going to be A-okay. It's already bad enough that we've canceled the rest of March, canceled April, and shit, the next holiday is Cinco de Mayo, sponsored by none other than
Corona.
And now back to your regular scheduled program. Well. What do we have here, guys? It seems that we have 2 AirDog boxes. And why would that be? And that would be because last weekend when we had some really nice weather, I had plans to get underneath the truck, drop the tank, do the whole AirDog 165 install on the 6.7 Cummins. However, I ran into a little bit of trouble. When I got the first initial AirDog in the mail, I had opened the box and just kind of checked everything over, but I didn't fully open up everything to really inspect it. So last weekend, I had come out here on Saturday to try and start getting the pump assembled, putting the fittings into the pump, getting the mounting bracket all ready to go so that all that stuff was done and I could just come out first thing Sunday morning and start the install process. And when I opened up the pump bag, the bag that the pump actually comes in, I noticed a few small pieces of plastic that had fallen out into my hand. At first, I didn't really think anything of it, so I just continued to go along with what I was doing, and then finally got to the point of where I had to cut the bubble wrap off from the plug that is on top of the AirDog 165 lift pump. Once I got that bubble wrap removed, I noticed that the plug was broken, and that's where the problem started. I am just simply telling you my experience as far as the first time around of trying to go and install this pump on my truck, and more so telling you this to let you know how good AirDog's customer service is. Saturday night, after I had discovered that that plug was broken on the pump, I had emailed them with pictures to let them know of everything that was going on, and I also sent them a message on Instagram. First thing Sunday morning, I wake up, I'm doing my thing around the house, and I get a message back on Instagram from the guys at AirDog, which honestly, on a Sunday, I was not expecting. Even on a Saturday, I wouldn't expect that. I mean, I would understand it a little bit more, but on a Sunday, that's more a day that you should be taking with your friends, your family, just a day that you should be taking for some downtime for yourself to regain your mental capacity before the new work week begins. However, these guys were getting back to me about a problem I had the day before while trying to start the install process of my AirDog lift pump, and that just simply amazed me that they were getting back to me on a Sunday. That right there really stands out to me, and it's that type of customer service that really defines a company and a business. in who they are and makes them such a good place to work with. And from things that I've heard about other lift pump manufacturers, I can't say that I feel confident that I would have got the same treatment from them. I do have some video footage of that day when I was starting to open the pump up more and begin the assembly process, so why don't you guys check that out really quick. Okay guys, so I have everything that I need right now laid out for the AirDog. And what I'm gonna do is start to get our fittings installed into the actual pump itself. And then we're gonna get the pump mounted into the bracket and make sure that that's all good to go. We have 1/2 inch and a 3/8 fitting that we need to put into the pump, and they need to be torqued to 120 inch-pounds for the 1/2 inch and 60 inch-pounds for the 3/8. So let's get this sexy girl opened up so we can get these fittings put in. Well, never mind, guys. I just found these little pieces of plastic right here in the bag when we pulled the pump out, and it appears that the plug right here is busted. So this is the plug that plugs into the wiring harness so you can get power to it and it'll make it run, and this whole side of the plug right here is just completely snapped off. So that's not a good thing right there. Now I had two things cross my mind when I opened that pump and discovered that the plug was broken on the top of it. The first thing was reach out to AirDog and get their suggestion on what they think I should do next. And the second thing was to push forward with the install process, still put everything on the truck, and then maybe put a piece of heat shrink over that plug to try and protect it from the elements here in New York State. My main issue with number 2 was the fact that during the winter months, the salt in the road grime that we have here on the roads is just really unstoppable. That stuff goes where it wants. It gets everywhere. No matter how hard you try to protect stuff, it's going to go where it wants to, and it's going to make a mess of anything that it comes in contact with. So I wasn't really feeling too confident about putting a piece of heat shrink over that plug and shrinking it down to try and conceal it and seal that plug off. I knew deep down that it would still somehow, some way get crap inside of it and could potentially cause me issues later on down the road, start to corrode or damage something, damage the pump, and I just wasn't really feeling like taking that risk. So I decided to hold off on the install process, and then like I said, Sunday morning I had heard back from AirDog, and without hesitation they said, hey, we are so sorry that that happened. We will send out a new pump to you first thing tomorrow so that you have a pump, and then I'd be able to do the install once I had the time and the weather was cooperating with me and everything kind of fell into place. And that is exactly what they did. Without question, without hesitation, they sent me out a brand new pump, and I will be sending the old pump back to them so they can look it over. I actually have the new pump out right now on the tailgate, and we are going to open it up out of this bag and just double check it all over, make sure that it's good to go, and then go ahead, package it back up in the box, set it in the garage, and then hopefully one of these weekends coming up we'll have some nice weather again and we'll be able to get out here, drop the tank on the truck, and get this sucker installed. And that is what the plug is supposed to look like. Much better. So this pump is good to go. We will be able to start putting the fittings into it, getting it all set up in the mounting bracket, making sure the mounting bracket is all assembled and ready to go with the fittings in the pump. And then the first weekend we have with that good weather, today is sunny, but it's a little on the cooler side and I didn't have time to do it today. But the first weekend we have where we have sunny weather like this, the temperatures are a little bit higher, I will for sure be out here in the driveway making sure that this lift pump gets installed. That's all I have for you guys in this video. I just wanted to let you know that we did make an attempt to get the AirDog 165 installed on the truck, and it was a failed attempt due to none other than a freak accident. It's all resolved now. AirDog has some fantastic customer service, so if you guys don't have a lift pump on your truck and you guys are looking to get a lift pump on your truck, then don't even think about what brand to go with. contact the guys at AirDog. Let them know that you came over from my channel and you need a lift pump for your truck. Tell them what your goals are for the truck and what you're going to be doing with it, and they will get you all set up with the proper pump that you will need installed on your specific truck. Once again, a massive thank you to the guys at AirDog for helping us out with the 6.7 build and getting us hooked up with this 165 lift pump, and also for the outstanding customer service. Guys, like I said, if you need a lift pump, contact AirDog. Get yourself one of the best. It's quieter than the other systems that are out there as well. You get that lifetime warranty paired with some outstanding customer service, and you really can't go wrong with either of those. The only other thing I have to do right now is I got to get a couple of decals installed on the back window, and I also need to crawl down underneath the truck and check out the rear diff cover because I am getting a little smell of gear oil. When I installed the diff cover, I was running out of the RTV differential sealant, and I think that I was a little light in a certain area or somewhere around it because I'm starting to get a whiff of it. I don't see any leak marks or drip marks or anything like that, so I need to get under there and look at it a little bit closer and see what the hell is going on. But I have a feeling I might be popping that back off just to put a more liberal amount of that RTV differential sealant on the cover and then reseal it up and refill it, because I don't want to be smelling gear oil, but more importantly, I can't be dealing with any type of leak. Even if it's just a small leak, we got to make sure that that's sealed up so that everything is good. But I'll check all that stuff off camera and I'll report back to you guys on what I find, and you might just be seeing me reseal it in another video coming soon. Make sure you're subbed with those notifications on so you don't miss any of the new 4th gen content coming your way. Check out the links down below in the video description. Hit up that AirDog link, get yourself a lift pump. It's tax season. Go spend that money on something useful for your truck. Also, hit that like button on your way out. It's greatly appreciated and really helps the channel with growth, getting us some new family members. And I'll see you guys again soon in the next video. Peace.